Alright, so I'll go ahead and tighten them up nice and tight, and I'll do up this nut. And before we go anywhere further, better fill the diff up full of oil before I put the wheel on. Simple stuff. Alright, so we're done, it's finished. That took a long time. I can't be quite sure, it took a couple of months, but I've told you before, it's not a full-time job for me, it's just a hobby, and it was tough going, but I got there in the end. This video, I apologise, it's a quick one, but as you saw at the start, you can only look at so much of tightening up bolts and nuts, etc. So I just sped it up. I'm sure you get the idea. Okay, I just want to reiterate, because some of you might be watching and going, what's he doing? He did this wrong. I'm not sure he's an expert. Well, certainly I'm not an expert. As I've said before, this is all a bit of a journey for me. I've just watched over the years. I don't have any mechanical training or anything like that. I've learnt off people, I've researched stuff. I'm not afraid to ask. So the message I'm trying to get through here to everyone is have a go yourself. It's not as hard as it looks. I mean, so far I've succeeded with what I've needed to do. Now, as you saw, the video and the procedure I did wasn't without its problems. If you remember, I forgot to take the steering arm off or put it on at the correct time, and that caused some delays. I cut all that out, but there was an hour of work time wasted on that. But as I said, you live and learn. Alright. You want proof that I've never done this before? Geez, I'm an idiot. Look. It just pulls out. Another little mistake was here. I was working around that shaft that went into the top hub, and you remember when I found out that it comes out, I'm going to get this little shit. When the shaft came out, it was easier to remove or put in the seal. Oh well. And all that was to do with my lack of knowledge, but as I've said, you've got to suss things out and have a go. None of what you saw would be possible without Scotty and his henchmen at Brisbane Tractors and Machinery, or Brisbane Machinery and Tractors, or BrisMac as they're called. Now, I've got to tell you, they were wonderful. It's as simple as this. I took some pictures of the problem, sent them down. There was countless messages back and forth. Once I decided that I could repair this with their guidance, you know, I'd send a picture down of a component and the boys would edit that photo and draw a circle or a shape on it saying this is what you're going to take off, and they'd describe how to do it and they'd send it back to me. That's invaluable help, and it was good to have, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to do this. Now, so I'll just cut here and I'll show you some of those photos and even a video from Scotty explaining something to me. Here we go.
So this is the seal as you'll get it, John. You have to pull the seal apart, take these two halves out. This part will go in the hub. This part here goes on the tractor where the hub come off.
Alright, I just want to tell you about the weight of that final drive assembly or the hub. I don't know what it weighs, but it's too heavy for me to lift. It's bloody heavy. When I disconnected it from the axle, it landed this distance onto a jack and a plastic box, so that took it. The small amount I had to lift it to the ground, it took me with it. Alright, it's dangerous in a way, so be careful of your backs. Also, when I was reattaching it back up onto the axle, I didn't even attempt to lift it. I know my limitations and there's not much of me to do it, but I actually had other people lift it into place for me, but you don't see that on the video. Alright, again everybody, thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of it, and stay safe. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.